It's just beautiful, isn't it? You ready to hear it run? Because that's not happening today. Another video, and it's not a week away, so that sounds like it's a good thing, right? All this stuff is actually getting cleaned up. Getting the parts put away like I wanted. Last night, off camera obviously, I got dash 10A and fitting welded on. I did a 1/8 inch MPT to 4A in fitting on the feed. I just have tons of that stuff laying around for fitting wise and stuff like that always. Good thing to have spares, never a bad thing. So yeah, we're gonna get back out there. Obviously there was some progress made, not enough yesterday because I'm trying to get back in the groove of things slowly and not rush. I want to get some good progress today though, and I'm hoping to have the turbo hung by the end of the day. The manifold's more or less welded out. I need to figure out the 90 portion to the flange and then get the V-bands on it. That'll be good. And I want to finish most of the two-wheel drive conversion, which consists of cutting about here, and then I'll smooth these up, and I just need this nub, and it basically captures the wheel bearing again. And then I may V-band this manifold instead of the one that's in my truck, because it will be easier and I can clean this one up. Plus it doesn't have as many of the stupid EGR port thingies on it. So jump into some cutting, some welding, using odds and ends I have laying around. And then I also got a plasma out the inner fender, which we're going to see here in a little bit. As usual, thanks to all the comments, the likes, the subscriptions. If you haven't already gone down and press that little subscribe button, hit the notifications, tell a friend. We'll see you guys in a second. It's already so hot, and I burned myself yesterday welding with no sleeves on, so woohoo! But all of the room for activities. And now I'm gonna end up having to build some sort of splash guard just so I don't coat the engine bay and a bunch of stuff. But with all of that like that, I have space down there. I'm gonna cut it at that line for the V-band, and then I need to cut this. And I'm thinking the 45 is going to go on there, and this is schedule 40, so this is heavy wall. I might actually have a hard time welding this to that. So let's see. If I 45 that down, the reason I'm thinking that is I'm going to go ahead and mock you guys up over here, if I can. Let's see. Yeah. And then I'm just going to rotate the gimbal, or you're going to fall. Now I'm going to rotate the gimbal. So, it looks like that's going to look pretty good. Up here back with the big boy. I can barely hold this thing. Thinking somewhere up higher. Probably in this neighborhood. Why does it have to be so heavy? I gotta take the compressor housing off so I can just deal with the backside. Thinking somewhere like that, because I can make an exhaust up over the control arm. Yeah, I'm thinking that's actually pretty good. I like that a lot. So yep, cut it somewhere like that. Oh boy! No, you've moved up into the good size turbos when you can barely hold the damn thing. But so I had a pre-existing line where I thought I was gonna cut it. It's all welded out. Everything fits good, bolts are in. This is all still good. These will get pulled off and just ran length up and over. Obviously following all this stuff. That's up and away. I'll probably fiberglass wrap this, and this can all get pulled pulled over and up, which gives me more space on that. Same with the heater line down there. Probably cut this flare. It's all stuff for another video that we'll talk about later. But let's get this off, cut, V-band on the bottom, get the front cut, and then get it back out here and see about mocking this turbo back up. Because I think we have the idea of where we want it to go. So let's make it. Yeah. So got some cuts complete. Sweating my butt back here. Sitting here laughing at my son through the baby monitor. It's just hilarious to listen to him make his sounds and shit grunts and stuff. Started cutting through this for the front hub. This is ridiculously thick. I spent like 30 minutes and barely made it through that, so I think I'm gonna try and sawzall through that now. But that's all gonna be stuff I'll do at the end of the day after the video, get some editing done. I did, however, get the 2 cuts made I wanted on that, and got that guy roughly mocked up. And what I'm thinking we're gonna do now is run this outside, throw 2 manifold bolts in, see how it fits, see how it sits, and then since it's a V-band center cartridge, I'm gonna, I got grease everywhere, jeez. Then I'm gonna actually come back in, I'll grab the front half, run the front half out, and then see, make sure it sits in the way, there's no, you know, issues with something I can't permanently cut out, move, etc., etc. Look at roughly how the intercooler piping would come out of it and run. Yeah, so let's get that out there, get that mocked up, and then bring it back in and decide, do I just want to MIG weld the whole thing, which I probably will. I'm loving the TIG practice, but the Envoy is more about, I want it to be pretty, but function. I want this to be rowdy, like real rowdy. Like that was a work of me trying to see how good I could TIG weld and what I all can get done. Of course, that car's all about beauty and everything, and I can't wait to get it back out and running. It just looks good sitting. Looks like it's fast sitting. Well, so get out to the Envoy, get some work, get some test fitting, and get you guys back out there. Sometimes you get too excited and you go to mock up just the turbine housing and you end up putting the entire turbo back in. But we see it fits, and you see me struggle busting. Okay, that's off. I know this fits because I can put the V-band on. It's all good. It is a little bit of a tight fit, but okay, more tight than I realized. Okay, a lot more tight than I realized. I don't want this to drop. Oh, yeah. Now need the damn turbo back. Don't drop it, right? That's like that still. All fits, which means I can pull all this off. Yay. So that means everything fits. And weld it all out. And then I can start worrying about oil lines, getting the pan back on, which I'll probably do today, either on the video, off the video, something around there. But I'm gonna definitely get a little time lapse with the welds going. Okay, probably don't want to put all that stress on that back bolt. 2 bolts in the manifold housing on. I know I can swing that way. Okay. I do think I will be making some sort of a head flange brace off of the 2 head bolts. This thing is so heavy. Especially for 1 bolt. But we know it fits. I got this, that's all fit up. I actually went through and welded it all out like you guys saw. And I got the V-band tacked up down there because you gotta come down here with me. Gotta get that to come out and down. Obviously, back over here behind the lines, under, over, and back over to that one. But before we go ahead and jump on that part, because I'll be rolling the welder out for that, English. Yeah, the GoPro, slimming in that oil pan, which I got the fitting on, and the feed on, which will then let me know how I can route my drain off of the center cartridge of the turbo. I can tuck a bunch of this all up out of the way. All that drip coolant on me, thank you. But before that, I gotta wipe all this down, and then RTV in the four corners, and I'll do a little on both sides of the gasket, tighten it up lightly, let it sit for, you know, 20 minutes or whatever, and then go through and fully torque it all up. But with that footage, that will be the end of the video. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Average Joe out now, and then send you this little time lapse, get all this done, and then I'm gonna get some stuff done off camera. This little crap that, you know, pulling the manifold no one wants to see, cutting the fitting off, and welding that V-band on the other one no one wants to see. But I'll probably actually get the GoPro going for the crossover and stuff, and that'll probably be tomorrow, which will be on tomorrow's video. So, like I said, Average Joe video. Catch you guys next time.